Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. Welcome to another J Club podcast. I hope you're ready to take a walk with us today through this episode. I am your host, Alex, along with my other hosts.
Eva, hey Jaywalkers, what's up?
Now, we do not have Jessica here today, but we do have a special guest host, and his name is Ronnie. Welcome back.
Hi, guys.
And then today we have a very special guest. He goes as the Collector, and here he is today to say hello.
Hey guys, how you doing? Hey everybody, I miss Jessie. I love her intros. Eva, Ronnie, Alex, how you guys doing?
Pretty
good.
Good. How are you?
Good. I was excited and kind of nervous to do your podcast, but I've been waiting and looking forward to this interview.
I'm glad you're here
Very
today.
glad, yes.
So, as your name goes, the Collector, why do you go as the Collector in some sorts?
I guess it's main reasons. So not just Halloween stuff, but Funko Pops, autographs, different mystery boxes. I love to collect autographs and go get autographs at autograph Funko Pops. There used to be a Monster Palooza. I'm not sure if you guys heard of it. You guys been to Monster Palooza or Son of Monster Palooza?
I have heard and been to one, the small one.
Yeah, so we used to go there and, you know, not autograph hound, but it was a great thing with this Halloween being canceled. You know, it's kind of sad.
Yeah.
That they had to cancel it with the COVID thing,
Right.
but yeah, I collect a lot of things. Predator, mostly Halloween, the original Halloween, not the remakes.
Right.
A lot of that stuff, like comics and Funkos.
So you brought up Halloween and the original Halloween in the movie. Why do you like the original more than either the remakes or like the sequels and stuff?
The original felt more, not just original, but it felt realistic to me. Just, you know, the quiet suburb and this guy. The remake seemed to glorify the killing, glorify the family thing.
Mm-hmm.
To me, there wasn't a lot of story really behind it.
Right.
In the original, if you guys have seen it, have you seen the original?
I have seen the original.
I have
Yes.
seen the original.
It was just basically this crazy guy escapes and this is what happens. It was a very simple story.
Mm-hmm.
The new ones and the remakes, so it seemed like they were really emphasizing on it has to be this, it has to be this, it has to be this, and then we're going to focus on this and the tragedy and all this stuff. And it just didn't seem original to me. So the 78 original is, to me, by far the best one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
That
sounds logical enough.
right.
To be honest, I haven't seen many of the newer Halloweens, but I have seen the original. I do prefer it a little bit better. Like you said, it has more of a basic storyline. It's more of like just a singular movie more than trying to make it more of a story-based, gory killing spree, right?
Yeah, and I think that's what in Rob Zombie's remake, he really emphasized on the gore, the horrible family condition. He tried to make a serial killer out of a serial killer movie,
right?
Versus just a guy that for some reason is this,
right,
or is that,
right?
And it just, to me, was just too. It was just too much, and they just, I don't know. I don't think if I was doing it, I don't think I would do it that way. I think the original was better because it was just this guy. This is what he did. And now, if anybody on your show has seen the movie, they know how it is, and I'm sure that they'll agree that the original was far better than, you know, the remake.
Right.
I mean, they just did a 2018 remake, which wasn't bad. I mean, but again, they really emphasized on the brutality and
Right.
you know, the nonsense of it, and I just don't know if that's how somebody would act in that circumstance. If you were really crazy, would you really have this thing planned out
precisely
this far,
right,
or like in the original where you grab a mask and this is what you do?
Right.
So I prefer the original myself.
Yeah.
I can see how that could be very confusing for some people who haven't seen the original, and all of a sudden they just seen the remake and they're like, oh, the remake's so good, but they don't know the original story and how it really was. You know, I can see how it could be emphasized as a different story.
Well, it's funny because in the original, so when they came up with Halloween, it was supposed to be a series.
Mm-hmm.
It was supposed to be we're going to do Halloween, and we're going to have this guy get a mask, a serial killer, and do this thing, and then the next story was going to be something else.
Right.
That's kind of what, if you see Halloween Part 3, that's kind of what it's about.
Right.
It was supposed to be, we're going to do this, like little stories.
Uh-huh.
But it became this huge success, this huge genre, which I'm glad it did because I love Halloween.
Right.
Love Michael Myers, love the whole concept of it.
Mhm.
Right.
And that's why you see in Halloween 3, when Michael Myers isn't even in it, it's kind of like the part 2 to this Halloween movie.
Okay.
With the masks and everything.
Yeah.
With
Right.
the trick-or-treaters and the TV. And
Oh, right. That was the one where it was called like something witch or witch. The part 3 that, like you said,
Season of the Witch.
Season of the Witch. Right.
Yeah.
That didn't even have him in it.
Yeah, and that was basically part 2 to their idea. But it became such a success in part 1 that they decided to do part 2.
Mm.
Then they went back to their original idea in part 3, which didn't pan out. And
Right.
then they did 4 and 5 and 6 and 7, H2O. And,
Right.
and then Rob Zombie's 1 and 2, and then
Right.
the remake.
The
and,
remake,
you
yeah.
know, just like there's 17 Freddy Kruegers and 600
Oh,
Jason
yeah,
Voorhees
Jason
movies.
Voorhees, correct,
Yeah. So the original idea was just to make it a one single episode, and that's why I think it was so good. Their vision was for 1, not for 20,
Yeah.
Right.
and I think that's where it paid off.
Right.
When these remakes, it's no, we're going to do 2, and then the new ones, no, we're going to do 3, no, we're going to do
Right.
this, we're going to do that, and they really try to stretch because, to be honest, if the new remake in 2018 of Halloween had not done so well, do you really think they would have done a 2 or 3?
Definitely not.
No.
Of course not. If they would have bombed, they would have said, no, we're going to scrap it.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's it. We're just going to leave it as a one-off and make some money and everybody moves on.
Yeah.
They made
Yeah.
so much money, they're like, we're not doing the second one. How much money did we make? 2 and 3 got to come. They gotta
Right,
come.
yeah,
Right.
exactly.
We got to
Yeah.
get them going.
Yeah.
But that's how it goes, though. Hey.
Notice how
Yeah.
every time
Yeah.
any sort of movie is like the first one does so well, makes so much money, they gotta make a second one, they screw up on the second one, make a third one, the third one's okay.
Right.
You know. Hopefully they don't mess up on the new remake for the second part of
Halloween.
Halloween.
Yeah, so I think the next one's supposed to be Halloween Kills, and then the third part's supposed to be Halloween Ends. And they are postponing it to 2020, which I understand.
Kind of sad.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's understandable because of what's going on.
Yeah, with COVID
So-
and then the theaters being shut down, I mean, they want as much revenue. They're not going to match part 1.
Yeah,
But-
definitely not.
If they hold off until this is all over, they may exceed their revenue.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Because now these younger generations, like you guys are obviously much younger than I am,
Yeah.
will definitely go in and they're gonna pay their money to see it. So,
Right.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's a fair point.
So as your question goes, I think we missed it. The collector, I just collect random Halloween stuff, Funko Pops, autographs. I love Monster Palooza and the
Uh-huh.
shows. Unfortunately, they got canceled. Hopefully next year will be better. But
Right. What did you? I know you said about the Monster Palooza. What did you like about it? Like,
it's just the atmosphere. I think it's the people dressed up, the whole, kind of being free to do your Halloween thing, because there's people that are definitely into Halloween and there's people that are definitely not into it.
that is true.
definitely.
Yeah, that is true.
I mean, you go in there and you see 15-year-old kids with teary eyes because they're scared of the show,
Right.
but then you have 4-year-olds that are just loving it, and then older people, and
Right.
not older, but
Tons
however you want
of
to say it.
Yeah.
age range to look at.
And then that's
Right.
the funny thing too is it's a ton of age range. You have 18-year-olds dressed up and 50-year-olds dressed up.
Yeah.
And they're showing off their thing, what they're into, and same thing when you go to one of those anime conventions.
Right.
You got every range of ages you can think of. But at the Halloween at Monster Palooza or Son of Monster Palooza or whatever you go to,
Right.
you have these really detailed costumes. You have these people filming. It's a ton of stuff that you're not used to. Like, you don't go out except for Halloween Day
Right.
and see
Right.
this.
Yeah.
Now you're at a convention that's months before
Right.
and you see it. And
Yeah.
Right. There's a whole slew of like costumes and stuff that everyone's made ready for Halloween, obviously, except it's months
Yeah.
before.
Right.
And you can tell people spent lots and lots of time, lots of money. I mean, and they look good. I mean,
Right.
I saw, I don't know how many Jason Voorhees and Michael Myers I saw.
Yeah.
Got pictures with everybody. Met James Janice and Chelsea from Dead Meat there.
Oh,
it
nice.
was-
Wow, that was interesting.
got an autograph from them. They were the greatest, nicest. Like, that was like the thrill of all these people I met.
Yeah.
Those are the nicest people. Like, they autographed my shirt, and I'm sure I came off as a weirdo.
Hey, but any fan really does. Let's be
But,
honest.
I
You know,
was fangirling. You know,
I mean, who wouldn't?
had my little skirt on, my heels, I was streaking.
Right.
It was great. It was one of the greatest moments. To me, it was awesome, and I love being able to see everybody being themselves with this Halloween season.
Right.
And unfortunately, Halloween season is pegged to exactly Halloween.
Right.
You can't be that person in Christmas.
Mhm.
Right.
You know, if you're dressed up as, you know, Michael Myers or at a Christmas dinner, they're not
Yeah,
going to look
it's
at you.
not
the
gonna,
same.
yeah, they're gonna
Yeah, that'd
definitely
be
look at you as a
kind of
weird.
weird.
Definitely think you're mental in the brain or something.
But
Yeah.
it definitely gives you a chance to express yourself. And I think that's what it is. Being able to express yourself, and a lot of these people bring up movies and stuff I haven't seen or heard of. I mean,
Very true.
It's nice to interact and have that.
Yeah,
That's good.
that's good.
I heard one of your latest podcasts. I heard Ronnie. He's a big fan of Hershey's chocolate.
Yes, he is. Definitely, he loves the bricks.
And I heard your favorite costume was Halo. Are you gonna dress up this year as Halo, or
What's your plan for this?
So, yeah,
This year, right?
What is your plan for this year for Halloween?
you must be shy that I'm here. That's okay. You don't need an answer, man. Not used to having weird people in your house.
It's
All
fine.
right.
What about you guys? You guys gonna dress up as anything? You guys gonna?
I got something.
Right?
Yeah.
I'll be honest.
It's
So what are you
fine.
guys gonna dress up?
Spit it
Are you guys doing anything? Any plans?
This year, do plan on making some sort of costume. Definitely not going to have any sort of like name specific to it, but it's definitely going to be interesting in my case. I mean, I have to work on it still, but I've been thinking about ideas for my costume. Don't really know what it's called. Don't really know what it is, but I mean, it should be interesting when it comes out.
So you have a question mark on it?
Oh, it'll definitely be whatever you depend on. Like if you look at it, you can decide what it could call it.
It's gonna be like the shirt that says "Guess."
Guess who? Guess
Yeah.
what? So
Yep, we don't know. You tell us.
yeah, exactly. I don't know.
Yeah.
And what about you? You introduce yourself as Eva.
Okay, that one. Yeah.
She had a reboot.
Yeah.
She's a Commodore. AOL dial-up was slow that day. So where are you going now?
You know, I haven't really thought about it, but I do know that I love Halloween, don't get me wrong. You know, the dressing up part that's where I get stuck, and I just don't know what I'm gonna be. So I am probably gonna dress up, but as of right now, I really don't know.
So you're gonna be the second guess who? That sounds good.
Probably.
If you bring up costumes, do you think you're going to dress up as well, or no, or what are your plans?
I usually don't. So one year I went as Spider-Man, and I got a lot of comments for being Spider-Man because I had like a full-on skin tight suit. A little too revealing. Went to a party and
Oh man.
Oh wow.
yeah, it was a little bit. So I didn't do that again. I went as Heath Ledger's Joker, which I loved. I thought the performance was great. So I decided to go as him with the scars and the suit, the whole thing.
Oh man.
Got a lot of good feedback from that. V for Vendetta.
Oh yeah, V for Vendetta.
movie.
Oh
Good
wow.
movie.
Yes.
So went as him with the whole thing. Lately though, as I got older, no, I mean, haven't really dressed up or done too much. I mean, I focus more now, like my kids and going out, and,
Right.
you know,
That's
taking them out. I mean, I'll dress up a little bit. Maybe just throw on a mask or something.
Right.
But yeah, if I had to dress up now or go out to a party or something, no, there's not. I wouldn't say there's something specific I would be.
Right.
Just kind of throw it together, especially now. Like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Well, to bring up the topic, I mean, I'll probably bring it up again later, but I want to go back into your collecting. I know you say you collect a lot of stuff, especially from Monster Palooza. Is there any specific collectible or autograph from a certain person, or an object or Funko Pop, or even just a picture of an autograph? Like, do you have a specific one that you like more than the others, or do you kind of have like a preference in when it comes to collecting?
That's a good question. I mean, I have a lot of like original #1 Predator comics, not signed or anything, graded, of course.
Right.
Funko Pop. I get Funko Pops and go to the shows, and like Linda Blair, for example.
Okay.
I got a Exorcist Funko, and I went and met Linda Blair, and the nicest woman, lady, actress, whatever you want to call her, ever. Sat there and talked with me for 20, 30 minutes, autographed my Funko, and just sat there and talked, and just, it was amazing.
That's nice.
I mean, so, yeah, if you get something in the mail that you ordered and it's autographed, it's cool.
Right.
But if you want to put like I don't know what you would call it, like an emotional attachment to it or something.
Right.
Yeah, Linda Blair signing my Funko, or James Janice, his fiance,
right,
me signing my shirt, my Michael Myers shirt. I mean, I have that framed because I love them so much.
Of course, right.
But those are like the emotional things I think are what means the most.
Okay.
Now, if I could meet Predator, like an actual predator came down, I wouldn't be scared of him.
Right.
I would tell him to sign my comic. Then that would be another thing.
Right.
But since I can have that happen.
Yeah. Right.
But yeah, so I think it's more of that. Like the more the closer the contact is, and the more the person's nice, because I've met some people, and I'm not gonna name them on your show.
Oh, yeah.
But
right.
I've met some movie stars and stuff that are not friendly.
Yeah.
I mean,
most of them aren't.
They want the cash or the check. Sign your stuff and move it along, buddy.
Yeah, exactly.
I've met a few of them. So sometimes that's the danger. Sometimes when you meet your idol, sometimes it's better not to.
Yeah.
Or this actor that you think is going to be
aces, and just turns out to be complete D's.
And you're just an a-hole to you, and
and
then you wonder, why did I pay this guy $50 to sign my?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Getcha. Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of celebrities and stuff always get the fame to their head before they can think of their
exactly. They gotta remember. Yeah, they gotta remember that the fans are the ones that actually make them
who they are.
Who they are. Yeah.
And what's worse is, like, I guess when you're an older actor or whatever, and you're not really famous anymore, and you're still a dick.
Right.
You should be more appreciative that the people that knew you back 15, 20 years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. And but I've met some older actors that aren't doing anything that are the kindest. I don't remember the gentleman's name, but he played an Ewok on Star Wars. Shorter fellow.
Yeah.
One of the nicest guys I've ever met. Like, it was him and his wife. They were amazing. Yeah, so, but then you have these guys that are bigger stars that haven't done anything for a while, and they just look at you like, what do you want?
Yeah.
Right.
I'm in the autograph line. What do you think I want? Well, put the money in the bin. I'll sign it and just move on.
Right.
Yeah,
and maybe if I'm here in another segment, we can talk about the D's of Hollywood.
Right.
I'm not going to do it today, but.
Right.
Yeah, so that to answer your question, the more personal the item, the more.
The better you seem to be attached to it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Some of these guys that signed my stuff that I realized were not so kind, I would sell it or donate it.
Right.
Maybe I'll bring you guys something, and you guys can do like a giveaway or something, and just not like I'm gonna say, hey, this guy's an ass.
Right. Yeah.
But I mean, why keep it if you're not attached to it?
Yeah.
In that circumstance.
Right.
Yeah, I get you.
Okay.
I'm completely honest. Yeah.
So,
but to go back to the whole point of trick or treating this year, I want to get your point on it, since obviously you're new here, and I don't know what your opinions on and preferences on this year being trick or treating, being canceled, or wherever.
Especially it being on a Saturday where it's on a weekend where everybody's been waiting for Halloween to be on a weekend, having parties, go trick or treating late, have that fun. And what do you?
Well, obviously, me and Eve have to hang out because she seems like she's a party person. My take on it is, it sucks. It sucks that you can't get away from children. It sucks that the adults, I don't think, care. Like, personally, I don't really care.
Right.
But for the children, the ones that want to dress up, and want to go trick or treating and want to do stuff. Yeah, it sucks. I mean, from what I've seen on the news, they're 20, 22-year-olds, 25-year-olds, whatever. They're gonna party regardless.
Right.
Yeah, they're not
That is
gonna-
true.
They're not gonna care. They'll all be dressed up as ninjas
Yeah.
That's
Definitely.
true. Yeah.
with their face masks.
Right. Yeah.
But they're still gonna party. But
Yeah.
the kids with the parents being worried, they're not gonna take them out. So
Right.
they're not gonna get candy. They're not gonna.
Yeah. Be
So,
able to
so
show
I-
off their costumes.
and then you
everything.
go to a Halloween store. It's like, okay, there's a line that's 7 hours long.
Right.
Get in line, and hopefully we're still open when you get to the door. And you can
Yeah,
find a
exactly.
costume that doesn't exist.
Right.
So with the whole shutdown, yeah, I think it sucks for kids. I think in general it doesn't matter.
Mhm.
I think the middle 20, 25, 30-year-olds are going to do whatever they want.
Right.
I think the younger ones are going to be kind of guided by their parents. Their parents are going to be afraid to take them out, especially
Right.
with
Definitely.
this whole thing.
Right.
Yeah, I think it sucks for the kids. I mean, I see you got your brother here. Like, you guys have any plans for him? Like, what are you guys thinking about doing for it's Ronnie, right? He's obviously, I think he fell asleep. Studio's too warm. What's your mom gonna do for you guys? What are you thinking about doing? Ronnie. He's thinking. It's okay.
Yeah.
Take your time. Take your time.
Just take your time.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Did you have anything in mind to eat, Eva?
I've been playing some board games.
Board games.
Board games.
Some
Yeah,
family fun in the house.
yeah.
Yeah.
Family fun
That's
stuff.
really-
Yeah.
Well,
You know, you
what
gotta
kind of board
make,
games
you
you gonna
know.
play?
Yeah,
Apparently, your brother's gonna dress up as a question mark, so you can play guess. You can play guess who.
Guess who?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm thinking what kind of board games.
What kind of board games? You have a favorite one?
You have a favorite?
My favorite board game is not to play board games. Yeah, that's my favorite.
The board game is called Not to Play Board Games. Just the word not to play the board game.
You get to a point where you're so bored, you're like, I'm not even gonna play this board game. That's how I think. You're gonna dress up? You have a costume in mind?
I thought you told me about a costume that you were going to dress up as.
You're gonna be Iron Man, Halo. I've heard some of a little bit of your
I
podcast.
think the Among Us character.
Among
Us
Us character?
Well, that sounds
Yeah.
good.
What about
I
that?
don't know what that is, but it sounds cool.
You told me, Ronnie, that you had another costume in mind, which was some sort of raccoon.
From Piggy 2.
Piggy too.
from
What's
Piggy
do you know his
2,
name?
okay.
What's Piggy?
Piggy?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's Piggy? Piggy 2.
Piggy.
Piggy 2 is another her book because the old one was book 1. The second one was the new one called book 2. And there was only chapter 1 and they added book 2 skins.
Is Piggy a board game?
Piggy is not a board game, but it's a app. It's an app.
So it's a
Oh.
game.
Yeah, it's a game, but it's in this app that's in is called Roblox.
What about you, Alex? What about you? Were you dressing up, or what are you guys' plans? Obviously, you're the older brother. You're going taking the mom out, taking your brother out.
Right. To be honest, I think we're gonna be home and probably come up with some sort of Halloween games, maybe some prizes, maybe some candy we'll have around. I don't know. We're definitely planning on doing something in the house that we're not too exposed. We stay safe. Obviously, we're gonna be watching some movies, possibly.
Yeah.
I seen you had a stair rail coming into your studio. If you guys are here, have you heard of this candy tube thing?
Candy tube.
No.
Yeah, so you take like a PVC or a cardboard tube, like 2-3 inches diameter,
Okay.
and you decorate it like Halloween style. You attach it to your hand railing,
Uh-huh.
and then when a kid comes trick or treat, they hold their bag underneath the tube.
Huh.
You drop the candy into the tube, it just slides down into
Interesting.
That
Into
is
the-
interesting.
into
That
the-
is a good way.
the kid's candy bag. I heard that's kind of becoming a thing. Maybe kind
Huh.
of keep the distance.
That-
Yeah,
wow,
definitely.
wow.
That
Yeah.
reminds me of something. I know I saw the video about this magic guy. have like a tube that's full of candy, and you put a bucket on the tube, and when you put kids some candy, it still pours, and it beats like it never the candy pour is, and it never ends.
It kind of sounds like it sounds like the
Interesting.
same thing. Maybe you heard the same thing I did. I heard it was becoming like a thing for decorating that,
Right.
and I really hope that this whole COVID thing ends pretty soon, and we can get back to Machapaloozas and
Right.
Yeah, something like
trick-or-treats and
Comic Cons and stuff
right.
like that. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Just to be able to go out,
So-
not even just a specific events, but just to get out, go camping and stuff like that. Get out,
Well, even with
Yeah.
Thanksgiving right around the corner.
Oh,
I
definitely.
mean, what do you do when you have kids in school, parents at work, in the studio with guests? I'm sure you guys have me hand sanitize and face masks
Right.
before I even
Right.
came in.
Exactly.
Like, with the older people, your grandparents, parents, whatever, even Thanksgiving is almost unsafe. Like,
Right.
Well, definitely, yeah, because
Right.
they always say like you can't have more than 6 people in a household.
and who doesn't lick the mashed potato spoon?
Yeah, definitely.
Everybody's
exactly.
so used to
Yeah, you
doing
make mashed
that.
potatoes, you're
Yeah, you're over there munching away.
Yeah.
Well, you got to taste test it, so and then you don't think about it.
a little tasty check, and then next thing you know,
Yeah, you got.
you're
Right.
responsible for whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
No,
So-
yeah, definitely. I mean, it's.
But remember, viewers, that is one idea that everybody can do is make tubes to do for trick or treating. So for other kids,
Yeah, that's what I heard. You decorate
so,
it, you mount it like with some
Mhm.
string or some zip ties to
Right.
your railing or whatever you get, and then the kid can trick or treat. They back up, they hold their bag, and you slop a couple candy bars down the tube,
Right.
and
Yeah.
in the bag, and off you go. I don't think, because you guys are in LA County. I mean,
right.
from what I've been hearing, it doesn't seem like you guys are gonna be able to do anything.
Yeah. They definitely got
So,
this place pretty tightly closed. I mean, there's still stuff open and there's still things to do. It's just people in their minds, they're so afraid of getting
Actually,
sick and not having
right.
to deal with what's going on because they don't know if they haven't experienced it or haven't had a family member who's had it, they don't know how to deal with it. So
right.
people
Yeah.
are just scared.
Yeah, it's weird, and it's understandable. It's a real thing. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I say, you know what? If they cancel it and it keeps kids, especially children and elderly, safe, then
Then-
fine.
Yeah.
Then let's just next year, if the calendar's correct, Halloween will be on Sunday.
Yeah.
Then we can
Yeah.
all really, really get down,
Right.
really party, really decorate. We have an extra
Yeah.
year to really get our
Oh,
stuff
definitely.
together,
Right.
make the costumes even that more elaborate.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And really have a good time. Maybe do like a community thing, like
Right.
start a
Yeah.
community party.
Yeah.
We're past it. We're gonna celebrate, and
Yeah, definitely. That's a good. Any ideas, like any good ideas to get out there to, if people do want to still hand out candy. I mean, I hope y'all are safe if you do it. Like if you're gonna if you're gonna be the one trick or treating with your kids, please be safe. I mean, if you're
Right.
gonna be the ones handing it out, have some sort of system or idea where you can monitor the candy or monitor the kids who come up, or stay safe.
well, I know one of the ideas we had was to, because now face masks are more readily available.
Yeah,
Is
Yeah.
the face mask? They have the cords on them.
Oh yeah,
Right.
So we're thinking like open up the face mask with gloves, of course.
right,
Put the candy inside the face mask, cut the
Uh-huh.
cord. So you
right.
have four tails.
Mhm.
And tie it almost like a little parachute, like a little bag,
Oh yeah,
but give
Oh.
away a little face mask
right.
candy bag.
Yeah, so like
Like just
themed.
kind of make it
Yeah.
fun, but
Yeah, definitely.
Right.
and make fun of it, I guess.
Oh yeah,
Right.
true.
Yeah,
Yeah, like I cut up a face mask. Here you go for candy.
yeah, because when the next thing hits, then we'll just make fun of that too.
Yeah, exactly. It's what we all do. We all make humorous
Right.
things out of something so serious.
Well, you have
So,
to.
yeah.
And in every tragedy, laughter has to come from it.
Oh,
Right.
definitely. I
And
mean,
then that's what they call healing.
yeah, that's what they call
Yeah.
healings in some cases. A lot of people don't see it as that. A lot of people see it as insane.
No.
Yeah.
When you go to a funeral and you have the audience laughing,
Oh.
it heals people. It makes you make light, not make light of it, but you have fun with it.
Definitely.
Right.
Keep it within your thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just things I've heard, like that's what the tube thing. Yeah, I thought it'd be fun to get one of those T-shirt cannons.
Oh.
Have the kids stand out in the street
Just
Oh,
shoot off
wow.
candy.
Yeah, they
Or
would
the
have to be
sidewalk.
far.
and just let a couple rounds of Snickers go.
That would be something. That would be
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, I mean,
Hopefully it gets to them.
if you have the time, put on those little toy parachutes,
Right?
blast it in the air, just let the Snickers parachute down. And,
Right.
Yeah, definitely.
and not in the street, of course.
Right.
Yeah.
In the general area.
Yeah.
but,
You
you
don't
know,
want anybody standing in the street
yeah, exactly.
waiting for a Snickers.
Yeah, to get to them.
Yeah, but make it fun, make it creative to where people are still safe and clean, that's shoot, if you're gonna do that, invite me. I'll be the first one.
Yeah,
You're
or,
standing in line.
yeah, or just go to the store, buy yourself 5 pounds of Snickers or candies or whatever, and watch a scary movie.
I guess that'll bring us up to our my last question for you. When it comes to candy, like a lot of people have preferences and stuff.
Whatchamacallit?
Oh,
Whatchamacallit? Interesting.
I'm just kidding.
Wow.
I just interrupted what?
No problem. No problem. But candy, like we all have preferences and stuff. Like, what is your ideal candy that you would go to? I know a lot of people aren't sweet
Kind of
tooths.
like your,
So I heard this question in one of your podcasts earlier. So I'm gonna go by stages.
Okay.
Okay.
So upwards of 10, 12 years old was sweet tarts. I don't know if you've ever had those.
Oh,
Sweet
sweet tarts.
Yeah,
So
I would have sold my soul for a sweet tart. And then you guys ever heard of Abba Zaba?
I've
Abba Zaba,
heard
yes.
of them. I've never had one.
It's like a plain toffee or taffy, but
Taffy,
with
okay.
peanut butter in it.
Ah.
In the middle.
And,
Yeah, it's filled.
yeah, it took out
Interesting.
most of my fillings, so I switched.
Yeah, that would make it switch really quick.
Yeah.
It was delicious. And then as I got older, I kind of went to whatchamacallit.
I love whatchamacallits.
Yeah,
It's
not-
so good.
Yeah, it's not what I'm telling you whatchamacallit. It's the candy.
Right.
It's kind of like chocolatey, caramely. It has a little, kind of like the crunch bar.
Yeah, with like
inside.
caramel
Interesting.
inside.
I
Yeah.
never had one.
Yeah,
but,
whatchamacallit. And then, but yeah, that was like 15, 16, 17 years old. Now I'm much older than that. Honestly, I don't eat sweets. I don't crave sweets. I don't like ice cream. I don't like cake. I don't like pie.
Mm.
Just kind of stay away from sweets.
So
in
you're more
general.
of a savory
Salt.
fella.
I love beef jerky. Yeah, I mean, like, beef jerky.
Where's the beef?
Yeah. No, beef jerky. Yeah, it's more as I got older. But then again, too, when I was younger, I wouldn't eat a vegetable.
Right, yeah.
Oh, I think every kid is that way as they're younger. Yeah.
Yeah, now I love different vegetables. Like, I loved pizza when I was a kid, and now I can't stand pizza. Yeah, man,
Having too much.
yeah. But if you guys go back to your question, if I was going to pick a candy, yeah, I would say, in my mind, based on my taste buds and my memories, yeah, whatchamacallit, I think was top down for me.
For all those who don't know what a whatchamacallit is, it's not
Right.
like we're just asking you a question
Asking,
whatchamacallit.
Whatchamacallit?
It's actually the name of the candy, and
Right.
I don't really know specifically what it's made of, but do you know?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
so it has it's like chocolate caramel. And it has those little crispy things like a Crunch Bar would have.
Right.
Right, yeah, the Rice
like a
Krispies kind of
Krispie,
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bigger than a Snickers bar but flat.
Mhm.
To me, it was I'm sure they still make it, but
Definitely.
Right.
if I was gonna pick a candy today,
Right.
that's I think what I would reach into. Oh, Butterfingers. I
Oh,
don't know why, except the fact that they fill in all the holes.
Yeah, they fill in
They
every
fill
crevice of your
Of
tooth.
your teeth.
Yeah. So if you're gonna play football the next day, munch down some Butterfingers.
Yeah, you
right
better
after
be protected for
Yeah.
sure.
that. Get the mouth guard on.
exactly.
The mouth
But
guard, yeah.
I love it.
It's pretty much what it is. It's a mouth guard.
I mean, once you chew
Butterfingers.
it up and you get all that castage,
Oh,
guys, it's pretty good. I mean,
rock solid.
so
Yeah.
But
I
That's
heard
good.
I heard you guys mention in your last podcast, scary dreams and scary stories. Would I be able to come back and do like a,
yeah, if you have a
Yeah,
story
I
dream or a
mean,
story you want
if
to
you-
do,
yeah.
or do you guys want to hear it now, or I'm not sure which guys.
Well, for the at the moment, we have a little bit of time. So if you do
Yeah.
want to give it, if
So,
not, that's
hey,
fine.
yeah.
We can always come back into the next episode, and we'll have you back again.
I got a ghost story and I got a scary dream. I could do one
Whatever one you want to do, a ghost story or
So in your recent podcast, what was your recent? What did you guys do? Dreams?
we did
or-
dreams.
We did. Yeah, it was basically like a
whatever,
nightmare.
kind of like a nightmare. Yeah.
Nightmare.
What your worst nightmare was?
Okay, so I'll do it. I'll try to keep it pretty quick. I know you guys got things to do. So scary dream. Okay.
Yeah.
So I was one of those lucky kids that lived about 6 houses away from my grandparents.
Mm-hmm.
With my parents, with my grandparents.
Yeah.
Now I spend the night there quite a bit at my grandparents' house, and my grandma had her bedroom and a big picture window, a big square window, and I was there one night, spending the night, and woke up and I opened the bedroom window, and there was an ice cream man, like a white truck, ice cream man. And look at the dim light behind him, kind of shining to the side of him. And he was looking forward. He had like an old timey suit on, like a white coat and a white hat with a black stripe or something. And I'm looking out the window, and he slowly turns his head and he looks at me. It seems like he's looking at me through the window, through the blinds.
Right.
But he looks like not like a zombie, like kind of skin, some stuff's not there. You see teeth showing.
Wow.
And he has stickers of ice cream red paint all over the truck. And I freak out. I'm like, oh, the only place I'm safe is my mom's house. So I take off out of the room, out the back door, grab a ladder, go over the block wall because it was taller than I was. And I kind of make my way down these 5 or 6 houses. I get to my parents' house, I go in the back door, and I go to my room, and I look up the blinds. Ice cream man's sitting there. He's sitting there, he's looking at me exactly how he was at my grandmother's. So I go to my parents' room, I shake them, wake them up. They're not waking up. I knew my grandma would, so I'm thinking the only way I can stay safe is I go back to my grandparents.
Right.
It's not too far away. So I take off out the front, start heading down towards my grandparents' house. And I can hear this music playing behind me. It's not Ice Cream Man music. It's creepy, Halloween-y. I can hear some laughing. And I look back and I can see the truck that's not red paint on the truck, it's blood. And the wheels have spikes. The front have spikes, like razor wire and
Wow.
all the stuff. And then I look at the stickers on the truck, as I'm glimpsing, this guy's chasing me. I'm kind of zigzagging back and forth. And then when I'm across the street, he's going this way. Like the ice cream pictures, I thought ice creams were like body parts, like hands and fingers. But it looks like ice cream, but it's not. And I'm running, and there's a little block wall, and this guy's coming at me. I jump over the block wall, hits the block wall. He's laughing and screeching, There's music going, right? And then he backs up, and that's my opportunity to run to my grandma's. And just as I'm getting to my grandma's house, where the front gate is, I can feel this thing hit my leg, and it feels sharp and it hurts, and starts to kind of come over me. And the guy is looking. I can see these bulging eyes because there's no skin. It's kind of scary. Music's playing, he's screaming and laughing. Right? He's just starting to run, and I wake up. And
wow.
I wake up from this dream, and I'm at my parents' house when I wake up, and I can hear Ice Cream Man music.
Man.
That's creepy.
In the background. So I go to the window in my room, and I look out. There's just an Ice Cream Man kids out there. I fell asleep during the middle of the day, but apparently this Ice Cream Man music got into kind of my psyche or whatever, and made this nightmare out of nothing.
Yeah.
But that was
that is creepy.
That would
scare me. I wouldn't go to an ice cream truck after that.
So that's my from whatever. And I had that dream quite a few times, but as I got older, of course, it went away. But,
right.
Yeah.
Well, apparently I scared your son. Running, he seems like he's. But it's just a nightmare. It's not real. Of course.
Right,
of course.
Yeah.
It's just
all about the subconscious and your imagination.
Yeah, so apparently that music was playing in my room and in my head, and just kind of that's what it was. So.
Oh man, you got that was quite the dream. To be honest, I thought mine was scary.
I thought mine was creepy, but wow, yeah,
definitely.
that was. Yeah, that's,
waking up to that would definitely scare me from high school.
I
man, for
think,
sure.
yeah, I think my heart would be racing and sweating and
Imagine when you wake up and your
blood
ice cream having these
pressure's
like,
up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That was like the icing on the cake, I guess.
So yeah, that would definitely scare me. But
Oh.
all right. Well, if there's anything else you would like to, if there's any questions you would like to ask us, or if there's anything else you'd like to add,
Right.
I was just saying, I was really nervous coming in, but you guys made it comfortable, and yeah, it was nice. It was I like your studio setup. I like what you got going on. I miss your co-host Jessie. Hopefully, I'll see her next time.
Yeah,
definitely,
Yeah,
yeah, she'll be
definitely.
definitely
She'll be
back
back.
soon.
What's she up to? Why she's not here?
she's just out and about doing some research on a few things that because we are gonna have a Halloween special. So she's doing a little research on some scary stories and
We should be having a new
So-
thing coming in as well to the channel, which will be a little comic. Usually it'll be either themed or non-themed, but for this theme, Jess will be making a comic strip, so hopefully we can get that
Yeah.
into the videos and podcasts as well
That's
at
cool.
some point.
I mean, yeah, I like your
Yeah.
guys' show. I am subscribed. I do like your videos. So.
Well, thank
well,
you.
we're happy we're here.
Yeah,
You know,
anytime
to
you
hear that
guys-
you are one of our subscribers.
Anytime you guys want to have me as a guest or whatever, be happy to come in and bullshit with you guys for a while.
Yeah, we'd love to have you back.
Be a good time.
It was fun.
I enjoyed it.
Well, it's
Chris,
good meeting you guys. I mean,
Well,
I
nice to
appreciate
meet
it.
you as
Yeah,
well.
so
I hope
it's
your
good meeting you
listeners
too.
enjoy it. And
Yeah.
I hope y'all who took a walk with us through the podcast enjoyed the collector and his thoughts and his favorites of Halloween spirit. And I hope that y'all enjoy, like and subscribe, share as well. And yeah, I mean, for the most part, this has been the episode. This has been the J Club. I am your host, Alex, with my other hosts.
Eva, and hopefully you guys stay safe and you guys have a great Halloween and hope you guys are enjoying our videos.
Indeed. And then our special guest host, Ronnie. I know he wasn't very much in it, but he seems to be a little tired today. And then our obviously our special guest, the collector.
this has been the collector. Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you for being on the
Yeah.
show. We
Yeah.
appreciate it, and we hope to see you guys all in the next J Club podcast episode. But for now, stay safe, and we'll see y'all in the next one.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.